Hello, beautiful humans. In the spirit of showing up in service and being an advocate for self-love, raising our states of consciousness so that we can experience our best self and our best connections and our best lives, I'm Rosalind Loxton, for those tuning in for the very first time. Since I began my personal change and growth journey back about 2,000 years ago, so much has transformed in a good way in my inside world. As many of us have done, I've really experienced huge trauma and dark nights of the soul, but also huge peak experiences of bliss. The world, it's really a place of polarities, and we've got to navigate these polarities and exist in amongst it all and make sense of who we are amongst it all. Given we're all so different, we all do this in different ways. I've come to a stage where the self-work, although never really finished, it's really paid off, especially when it comes to navigating the world of emotions. Our emotions are what we're feeling all day long, and sometimes they can even hijack us. I'm all about collaborating with our emotions as opposed to bypassing them, controlling them, shoving them down, or making them wrong. But I wanted to talk today about the power of journaling. Journaling's actually hard for me. Actually, more to the point, I think it's sitting still that's hard for me. There's always an engine that's on wanting me to move that I need to put some serious focus toward to keep myself balanced. When I say engine, I'm actually referring to the human design metric of reading our internal self and how that dances the tango with our external world. Human design's a whole separate subject though, but I invite you to explore that at some stage. However, journaling has actually been a real partner in transformation for me. Sitting, reflecting, and writing those reflections out and writing out my dreams and my goals. Back when I started journaling, I didn't even really know that that's what it was called, journaling. I was just sitting with pen and paper in a place in nature with my intentions reaching within to find some kind of meaning or direction at the time. Way back when I was in my 20s, I actually did read some books that were in that personal growth space. And I did some pretty childlike creative visualization sketches with positive affirmations as well, which were about what I wanted to manifest and how I was feeling once my desires had been manifested. One real standout at that time for me is about singing on stage. When I did this creative visualization and affirmation, it was all pre-singing lessons. I had a desire in my belly, but no understanding of music or how to make this desire come into reality. Looking back, I think the simplicity of the creative visualization and the journaling that accompanied it left the details to the universe, and the universe really delivered more than I would have expected for myself. I need to tighten these up. I mean, I still hear my own voice recorded and I cringe, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what I do have and how it continues to be enough. I've traveled around Australia. I've traveled across the other side of the world singing with amazing people on amazing stages to amazing audiences. And I pinch myself. I'm grateful. I love it so much. And yet, pre-journaling about this, I had no knowledge of how to unearth or to encourage my skill or how any of this was really going to happen. I actually still didn't know that if you wanted something, you had to do things to bring it into reality. I actually used to think that life happened to you, and other people I observed had amazing things that I also would have loved. A nice car was one of them. But those things happened to other people. They didn't happen to me. Oh my God. when I woke up to the reality that if I wanted something, I could have it. I just had to get involved, and whatever it took to bring it into my life, I had to get involved. And by tapping into what I desired, letting myself have those desires, and then taking whatever steps I could at whatever stage I was at in the spirit of bringing those desires into reality. And by no means did I take perfect action, but I took action nonetheless. And sometimes it was 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But that's the tango that I dance with the universe. I know it seems really dumb now looking back, but I think actually there are loads and loads of people that maybe are operating with that same way, that they don't realize that they can be more proactive in the creation of their reality. Physically, emotionally, financially, romantically, just in all the ways. I do believe that there is a type of magic associated with words and intentions and the emotions and the energy that underpins them. Journaling, it's a beautiful forum for your inside spirit and dreams and desires to be transmuted from that ethereal into matter, materializing first into words and offering to the spirit and the movement of the universe to co-create and dance with your own spirit and intentions. Journaling isn't just writing stuff on paper or typing words into your device. Journaling is stirring the pot. It's taking the big stirring spoon of intention and stirring up the energies and the insights and the ideas and the synchronicities and the potentials and the actions. Where nothing existed, soon something will come into existence, all because we take that ethereal inside world and birth it into the outside world with the mere action of journaling. There is far too many inside voices and emotional patterns that will stifle a dream or a goal. But once you allow your truth and your spirit, your desires to turn into words on paper, you have opened the gate for the horses to bolt. And I'm not saying it was journaling alone that made my singing on stage dream come true. I am saying, though, that journaling opened the gates. It let the horses bolt and the universe got involved. And I just kept saying yes to anything that showed up. And the flow started, and it has continued ever since. And I'm not saying journaling is going to bring everything you ever wanted to you. I am saying journaling is your magic wand. And you got to wave your wand. And you have to dance with divine timing and read the language of the universe, because the universe and divine timing, they're not linear and they're not tidy, but they have abundance and unlimitedness. You journal your spirit onto paper, and then you hop on your surfboard and you ride the waves the universe produces. And you don't give up because the waves are too small, or the waves are too big, or they're too choppy, or they don't exist. You ride what's there. You fall off. You get back on. You sit and wait. You hang on for dear life, and you learn to get better at surfing all the conditions. Your job's to surf, no matter what. So journal. Alchemize that ethereal energy and spirit of your desires into written words. Open the gate. Let the horses bolt. Get on your surfboard and figure out how to surf in all conditions. And get help if you have to. We all do have to get help at some stage. So I'm here in one way I can to help. Here is a journal that I created. You can grab it on Amazon.com or Amazon.com.au if you're in Australia. I'm showing you I'm helping you really how to navigate through the weekly prompts of the journals in this journal. So it's a 12-month journal to cover 12 months of your life. And it doesn't matter if you start in